All right, this is one of the dumbest things I've ever seen. This is one of the dumbest things I have ever seen. I haven't been to Wyoming, but I've been told I would love it. I'd like to go to Wyoming. I'd like to go to Montana. I haven't spent any time in what I would call the true West. But Wyoming has a new handle. And the handle, like their marketing campaign, the marketing campaign for Wyoming is "The World Needs More Cowboys." That's their marketing campaign designed to draw attention to the University of Wyoming. It's maybe not the most inventive marketing campaign of all time, but Wyoming is the Cowboys. That's their mascot. There are people protesting this new "The World Needs More Cowboys" marketing campaign because they are saying it is sexist and racist. In particular, a research and educational professor, Christine Porter, said, "I care most about our university having a slogan that makes all people feel welcome here." Let me ask you this right now. Who hears that the university is called the Wyoming Cowboys and doesn't feel welcome? Who out there is like, I am triggered so much by the Wyoming Cowboys? This woman says, "That's what I care about. I also care about us not embarrassing ourselves as an institution across the nation. However proud this state is of our cowboy tradition, it does not translate outside the Rocky Mountain West." Quick question. Which professional sports franchise is the most valuable in the entire United States and maybe the entire world? Just thinking here. Anybody ring any bells? The Dallas Cowboys. They're the most popular brand in all of sports. I think the Cowboy moniker translates pretty well. They might be the most valuable pro sports franchise in the world. So this loser out there is insanely idiotic. And when she said, and I quote, "I care most about our university. That's what I care about most. I also care about us not embarrassing ourselves as an institution across the nation." You embarrassed the institution across the entire nation because nobody out there is hearing "The world needs more Cowboys" and not applying to the University of Wyoming because they don't think they're included enough. This is insanely dumb. This is insanely dumb. And I think, and this is why sometimes people say, why do you write about stories like these? Or why do you talk about stories like these? One of the things that I'm challenged with as our audience has continued to explode on the radio show, Periscope, Facebook, the book that's coming out this fall, Republicans Buy Sneakers Too. People say, why do you give attention to this kind of stuff? I think it's important to ridicule idiots for being idiotic. I think there's a great mass of people who are reasonable and who don't sit around all day being triggered and being upset and being worried about things that aren't actually significant all day long. And I feel like those people, by and large, don't have a voice. I think I speak for a vast, huge segment of the population that maybe is afraid to speak on their own because they're afraid they might lose their job, that maybe is afraid to share their legitimate opinion because they are not welcomed if their opinion doesn't fit, quote unquote, the mainstream. And the mainstream, the most ridiculous thing about it is the mainstream is not even the mainstream. I'm the mainstream. I'm squarely right down the middle of the stream. And we have so artificially created this dichotomy where the mainstream doesn't exist. And the only thing that gets attention is stupid people like this Wyoming professor who's out there saying that the Wyoming Cowboy slogan is sexist and racist. It's just so stupid. By the way, it's also not historically accurate. There were tons of Mexican cowboys. There were tons of black cowboys. There are cowgirls. The cowboy is a metaphor in a larger sense. What it means is we need people who are not like you. We need people who take charge of situations and solve problems. People who are individually successful and don't sit around worrying all day for somebody else to come and save them. Why is the cowboy iconic in American life? Because the cowboy is a rugged individualist who solves problems and makes the world a better place through his labor, through his hard work. He's not sitting around waiting for a handout all day. He's taking aim at a situation and trying to make it better. That's what cowboys do in the historical perspective. So when the Wyoming is saying we need more cowboys, what they're saying is we need less people like you who have tenure to teach at our university and make tens of thousands of dollars to make us look awful and stupid because you're an idiot.